welcome to this debate today. And the motion for this debate is computers are better than books. Now we, as today's proposition, we strongly believe that this is true, and this is our team.
My name is Minh. My name is Hanky.
My name is Hannah.
My name is Gucci.
We are teachers, they are fellow debater, and we are the opposition team, and we are here today to prove that computers aren't better than books. So here it is. My name is Pedro.
My name is Min Fang.
My name is Ben.
Okay, so first, computers are better than books because they provide the newest information every single day. According to the Education Technology Association, most digital learning platforms and online libraries update their material every day to correct mistakes, add new discoveries, and remove the outdated knowledge. This means computer user can access to the newest information, fresh and accurate information every day. Meanwhile, books are frozen the moment they are printed. If a scientific facts changes or historical details is corrected, they cannot update themselves. This means the reader cannot access to the new information, and students need to wait for years or months for the new edition. This makes learning become inconvenient. Therefore, in a world that changes every day, computer with its amazing abilities constantly update are a wonderful learning tool compared to books.
How do you know that the information is correct or not?
Because computers allow us to check multiple trusted sources quickly, so we can ensure the accuracy.
Many sources are incorrect. Then we give you a real example. The solar system doesn't spin the way many websites spin. So there are more wrong websites than correct ones.
We also have a lot of websites like academic journals and official websites that the experts wrote it and
That's lesser than the fake or wrong websites.
Okay, move on.
Computers provide easy access to information, primarily due to their ability to connect to the internet, process data at high speed, and manage vast of data. Computer can collect and process quickly and receive information through many means, significantly increasing efficiency compared to human. And besides, the computer allows the storage of large amounts of data and making it easy for users to access them at any time without loss of displacement. Internet search engine can also help you find the information you need quickly. For example, the answer to different math exercise or anything else.
But what if the poor guy does not have proper equipment, internet or phone or computers? That's not easy to access anymore.
Offline reference.
But those offline references are really they are inaccuracy because that is really old, like the information from a long time ago. Do you understand?
But mostly people have computers on phone, so there are less of people don't have any of them.
But why waste Wi-Fi or electricity to use a computer while you can borrow a book from a library?
to access to phones and computers than to books. So, what is your solution to solve this problem?
So the smart people can go to the memory somewhere have the internet to from information.
You have to learn
Okay,
devices.
no, time up.
Another important reason why computers are better than books is their portability. Laptops and computers are designed to be light and slim, making them more convenient to than carrying a lot of heavy books. So instead of packing a bag full of textbooks and notes and notebooks, a person just needs to bring a device that contains holes. In a survey of undergraduates in Middle Eastern country, about 75% of students said that they prefer e-books because they're easier to carry. And moreover, computers can store thousands of digital books and articles, so students don't have to worry about forgetting their books at home or running out of space in their backpack. And with the computers, all materials can be stored at one place and ready to be used everywhere at any time, on the bus, at a cafe, while traveling, or even sitting in the park. And computers also provide us with useful features like searching tools or study notes that which help people learn more efficiently. So for all these reasons, computers provide people with a level of mobility and convenience that books cannot match.
Actually, have you ever heard about a book that is out of battery? Have you ever heard about a book that doesn't has internet?
Have free internet in the park or at cafes.
So how about the battery problem? So there's no book that out can be out of battery. You just not need to charge a book and it shows you the information, right?
And when you rob it, it's not very expensive. You just buy it again.
But book is heavier than computers. It's you need a lot of information, so I think computers is better.
But what if somebody just steal your computer or your computer has some problems?
Yeah, in California, some people like steal everything in the car.
So I think nowadays most students and teachers use the cloud storage. So if the computers are broken or stolen, you can still log in the account to get information.
So if we just lose a computer, have to buy a new one.
It's very expensive.
You don't have to buy a book, you should just borrow from a library.
But functionally, if someone need to work in a long time and outside somewhere, and their computers is out of battery, then books seems to be much more convenient. Like you can work with the books for a long time, but no problems, right?
The books can getting older and the pages will turn yellow and easily broken than computers.
Just buy a new copy, right?
Okay, time up. Move on.
Definition, check.
Other than books, computers can store more information in one place. A single computer can store thousands of books, videos, and other tools, making us able to find what we need quickly. According to a university computer magazine, the library store millions of documents that students access in a few seconds. Computers are also let us use video simulation and digital notes, which help us understand and remember things faster. According to MIT study, it
So what if you have too much files or too much documents to save without wasting money?
The computer have the storage, so we can store the information on that.
So what if old people like they back off the computer, they don't know how to use them. They can borrow books from the library to read.
So they can read the information.
No, like an old people that does not know how to use a computer, they can borrow a book to work with.
The child can teach them.
But how many try like
How can? But if you can save documents, but after a while they will just run out of memory, and then you have to waste money to buy more memory.
The memory is
Or
very cheap.
you must name all the documents that you download.
So we can rename them.
It takes a long time to
No, it's okay. Take a few seconds.
But it takes a long time to write all documents.
You don't have to waste money to borrow a book from the library.
But waste time.
But at least it doesn't have any problems or doesn't waste us money.
Storage. So we don't have we don't need to every time we visit the library to borrow a new book.
But wasting money is not as good as wasting time, right?
It's easy to find information when we store it in a USB and
I'm not talking about how hard it is to find, I'm talking about how uneconomical it is.
Okay, time up.
and finally the reason is the environment cultures available is it can be able to communicate each other more effectively in today's global world. Computers became a real resource to communicate with serious citizens. According to and so we can visit whatever in the community system. We let people making friends, self-conscious, and curious through the ability of each other. According to meeting between reports, we were making friends on many social apps, it's easier than face-to-face. Inside the whole visits is being by the cultures and the groups.
okay, I see your point. Do you know the definition of cyberbullying? Like there's you got a toxic friends on online and then like no one can make sure they are not toxic and then you will get like mental problems by talking with them. Do you understand that?
And some people can just spending time and watching TikTok.
But
And cause a lot of problems to the eye.
this depends on the
How about
user.
you just borrow a book and go outside and cut grass?
This depends on the user. Besides using computer, you also need to do exercise.
But how many of them like has the conscious in their minds of what doing exercise? How many of them who can make sure that always of the always of the individuals that use the computers a lot exercise each day?
This depends on them.
See, there's nothing can make sure that they always exercise.
But reading books without enough light can cause eyes different too.
Sunlight. You can go outside and you can absorb the sunlight.
And touch grass.
What if the weather is raining?
And have help like eyes problems is much smaller than the percentage of people that use computers that get health problems like eyes, digital eye strain.
Exercise and using
First of all, you cannot make sure, and second of is familiar to what we're talking about.
Some apps that can manage the time that they use on
So,
Okay, time up.
dear teachers and dear fellow debater, my name is Peter. And I am the first speaker of the opposition team. So now I will show you our first main ideas that computers can cause health problems. So, musculoskeletal issues involve pain in areas of the body such as your back, neck, and shoulders. These troubles may occur because of your poor postures when using the computers. One study found that 32% of the information technology professionals report experiencing musculoskeletal pain since entering the profession. A workstation or home office that isn't ergonomically correct can result in several pains. And other studies on specific populations show high rates of other problems, such as 59.6% of male IT professionals reporting neck pains and 63% of individuals experiencing some forms of musculoskeletal disorder. Also, computers produce bright lights, glare, and flickering images that can cause eye strain. Those who use computers report an increase in computer vision syndromes, also called as digital eye strain. So, for example, over 67% of individuals spending from 8 to 12 hours a day on the computers may develop eye problems. The books wouldn't produce bright lights, glare, and flickerings, which would cause digital eye strain.
But having someone is free.
So, as I say, the percentage of people that read books get the eye problem is actually much smaller than the percentage of people that get eyes problem when using computers too much.
The glasses that can protect your eyes from the light from the computer.
So how many of the people that use the computers too much recognize that they have the eyes problem when they use computers too much and then they go to buy glasses? That is just a handful of people that know that they have eyes problem. Others does not care, and when the eyes problems start to cause pain in their eyes, they go to the doctor to meet the doctor with it's too late.
Secondly, to add on to that, I want to talk about the accuracy. While computers provide access to massive amounts of information, they do not have the same accuracy as books, books are more accurate and Google isn't always correct. This can lead to false information or news. Some evidence includes that Harvard Law School reported that more than 7% of the URLs, or known as website, court opinion is no longer linked to the original source material. For example, the Perry et al., the illusory tax shelter, and they highlight that we might consume lots and lots of false information. Secondly, the Pew Research Survey, which was taken out in 2019, shows that the majority of US adults, specifically 64%, said that made up news and information therefore causes a greater confusion about the current events. And this highlights the wrong perspective problem in the digital information ecosystem.
But the information in the book can be outdated, while information on computers can be updated immediately.
Many people write books every day and they're published.
But they need time to while information on the computers can be updated immediately.
is only late about 3 to 4 days.
But the computers are faster.
Fast-
Just need
Faster doesn't mean it is more accurate.
You're
so
talking about
some hard news on the computers can update in just a few seconds, while books can ages 1 or 2 weeks.
Oh, many of them are correct. Not all outdated information is inaccuracy. So, have you ever heard about the problems about who invented the wheels? So the books, right? They are the ancient serious peoples with new archaeologists found that they are Caucasian people. So, in fact, they just created the wheels in the same time. So it is clearly shown that outdated news are not always inaccurate.
Nowadays, Google help us choose whether fake news or the real news, so we don't have to worry about that. We choose the fake news to read.
No, that is not our point that I am talking about. I am talking about that not all outdated news are not accuracy. Not all of them. Some and most of them are still accuracy, and the percentage of the one that is incorrect is so small that almost everyone can't access to that information.
Okay, time up.
Next is distraction. For distraction, computers have a lot of social medias and games to distract people. Many people can be addicted to games and plays continuously. In a very quiet library, you can enjoy a book without these distractions. For example, when people use computer to work, they do it more slowly than when they would use the book to do. That's because of distraction. On one survey, a study of a graduate student found that many reported laptops and cell phone use in class as significant distractions, likely involves students using laptops for non-class tasks. A recent cross-sectional survey of secondary school students classed as digital distraction found that over half, about 51.2%, use digital device 1 to 3 times in class for non-academic purpose, and many consider as distractions.
Some people say computers are distraction of the games and social media, but the distraction depends on how we use them, how the device itself. With good focus, computers help us study better and more efficiently than
So obviously, as I said before, many of them recognize that what is the correct way to use the internet. How many of them they just use the internet for fun, right? How many of them recognize to use the internet the right way?
many apps help us organize and manage time we use the internet, so we don't need to worry about it.
So can you give us the clear numbers of the numbers of people that use internet, that access into webs, that teach us how to use the internet the right way? Can you give us the number?
So the government, the school, their family need to find a way to have them to recognize that.
That's just need, but no one ever did that.
Okay, time up.
In computers, there are a lot of standards in them. Some of them are like friendly views, friendly openings, and one up to become friends. And then they'll borrow your money and scam you. Some of them will fake the voices and say that like
Almost cannot.
so there's an open door and they will like delivery something and they will say that you need to pay for delivery and the prices of the things in the delivery. But you didn't order anything. But you just pay for money and you can order anything.
Can you speak louder? So
They can use the children can if they are children scammers can use like interesting game and say that they download it and but the game have a lot of virus and the kid didn't know anything.
Did you know that with just one click, your whole bank details can just be blown out, even if you don't do anything?
So after click we need to make it clearly what we click on. What scammer can they trust? We like trust them a
They
little
can
bit.
build trust.
Yeah. Can you give an example? When
That's many hackers.
yeah, they just make you trust them, and then they will scam you. They become friends, and then not each other become friends. So they borrow you money, and more. And so they just change the local and your money.
Okay, time up. So now you can give your conclusions.
first,
The girls, if you start with your conclusion.
In conclusion, computers are also good and suitable in the social media.
it has been answered. So in conclusion, computers and books are both okay, but remember the motion is computers are better than books. They use the pattern sequence, so it clearly shows that in the